The Force. What is the Force? Well, it is an energy that binds every living thing in the Star Wars universe, and it is the main source of power for the Jedi, which gives them strength. Throughout the Star Wars lore, there have been many Force users on the light side, and today, we are going to talk about some of the Jedis that have the strongest connection with the Force, thus making them one of the most powerful at that too. So, sit back and enjoy as we unveil our picks for this list. Number 10. Qui-Gon. Starting off our list with one of the most vocal members of the Jedi Council. Qui-Gon, the one with the large head and also the brain to fill it, but this complex brain was put through good use. He was always skeptical, but also a person who would advise his fellow Jedi as well, while also having a keen eye for battle tactics. Mundi has to be one of the more accomplished Jedi generals in the Clone Wars. He led many troops to battle fearlessly. His connection with the Force could be seen through his heightened reflexes and huge sense of awareness, which would also allow him to sense the betrayal of his soldiers before they even committed to it. Although admirably defending himself against the entirety of his battalion, at end he was unable to prevent his doom. Number 9. Ahsoka Tano. Ahsoka Tano, while just a plucky Padawan at the beginning, throughout the Clone Wars, she proved to be a skilled warrior and a great Force user who proved everyone at the beginning of the rebellion. She is Anakin Skywalker's apprentice, and as he says, many would mistake her for her age because of her strong connection with the Force and how quickly she is able to learn the ways of the Jedi. Even he sometimes was questioning himself about her and her age. She has great strength and excellent telekinetic abilities. She proved her worth while holding her own during a battle with Asajj Ventress and General Grievous, and later in life, even against Darth Vader. With all in mind, she is definitely one of the stronger, unsung users of the Force, with her qualities of being capable of learning the ways of the Jedi in an impressive pace. Number 8. Qui Gon Jin. Despite being an accomplished fighter and master of the Jedi mind trick, Qui-Gon was mostly respected about his wisdom, which allowed him to be regarded as one of the strongest people in the galaxy when the connection to the Force is concerned. While the Jedi Order was mostly concerned about their dogma and how one can learn and interact with the Force, he was an ardent believer of the living Force and everything it connects it. Thus, he also knew how to live in the moment. These qualities are what led him to the Chosen One, Anakin Skywalker. And also, these are the qualities that pioneered the ability to merge one's living Force with the cosmic Force and become a Force ghost. It doesn't sound like much, but becoming a Force ghost is a tremendous feat, which requires intense commitment to the light side of the Force. Number 7. Grogu. Grogu, known to many as the Child, is one of the newest sensations in the Star Wars universe, with his appearance in the Mandalorian series. We are ranking him this high up the list because he is still young and has much to prove. We know that he is Force sensitive, just like every one of the others who belong to his species. In the series, he displayed his Force connection by lifting bigger things than himself. He has healing powers that are very impressive. With just a touch, he is able to close a wound. However, because of his young age, the Force uses too much of his strength. Thus, he needs some time to regenerate and falls into a longer sleep. Considering he has much to learn, he is still a young Padawan. And when you see that he is from the same species, just like the Grand Master Yoda, there is no doubt in a year or two he will be much higher in this list when he goes on with his training in the future. Number 6. Mace Windu. Mace Windu is an interesting user of the Force, and he has one of the strongest connections to it, and this is why. One of the traits which puts him on our list is his masterful dueling skills with a lightsaber. He is an accomplished fighter who actively uses the Force every second he has in combat, rather than like the others who have it instinctively. He is a practitioner of a very rare and complex lightsaber form called VIII. What it does? Well, whenever he is in combat, he is entering a state of mind where he walks so close to the edge of the dark side of the Force. But with his concentration, he never gives in to it. which gives him great advantage as he is able to drive his strikes with unmatched ferocity and unpredictability. This was also the trait which only he managed to master and a skill that earned him a spot on the Jedi Council. Number 5. Rey. With just an introduction to the Force, Rey is able to pull off the Jedi mind trick and also pull the Skywalker lightsaber to her, in the process showing probably the greatest potential of any other Star Wars hero that showed before her. These are the traits that Jedi masters for months, even years, and she was able to do them in much shorter time. A showing of just how strong her connection to the Force is. She was able to do them naturally, a proof of which might end up getting her higher on this list in the future. So don't be surprised, we warned you. However, there is still a lot we don't know about her yet. So if she wants to climb up the ladder, she will need to evolve herself as one of the greatest Jedi Masters of all time. Number 4. Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Hello there.
General Kenobi.
Obi-Wan Kenobi has to be one of the Jedis who had a complete mastery of the Force Ghost. He was able to appear on many occasions throughout the franchise. He used the Force-enhanced reflexes and agility to slay some of the toughest Force users from the dark side, Darth Maul and General Grievous included. He has also mastered the Jedi mind trick technique and was able to manipulate many weaker minds. And his telekinetic powers are also there as he used them to dispatch many droids throughout the prequels. He has the strength and skills to be ranked this high on the list of Jedis who have the strongest connection to the Force. Number 3. Luke Skywalker. Luke was the new hope and hero of the galaxy, a man with a personal journey, so have only a few would make it. But the thing that made it heavy for him was the ever-growing connection to the Force as the years went by. Going to train under Jedi Master Yoda, he manages to learn many techniques in few weeks and months. Skills many would take as long as years to master. He is an incredible leader and probably the strongest Jedi Knight of all time. His Force choke and mind trick abilities are over the roof, and the agility that goes with him too, as he is able to take on many opponents at once. He is the strongest Jedi of all time, we can safely say that, as he was able to defeat Darth Vader with just one brief tap into his rage. And Luke was also able to endure the Emperor's Sith lightning in order to bring his father back to the light side. Number 2. Yoda. Yoda was the last leader of the Jedi Order, and one of the few survivors of the Great Purge of Order 66. Over his 900 years of a lifespan, he taught many young Padawans, including Luke Skywalker and Count Dooku. He has mastered many techniques, as we saw him lift X-Wing from the swamps in Dagobah, all the way to throwing many bigger objects than him like they were nothing. He is also the one who not only managed to deflect a barrage of Sith lightning, but also reflect it to the sender with his bare hands. He proved his connection with the Force as he managed to become a Force ghost to guide others even in his afterlife. He has to be one of the most powerful and the most experienced Jedi Masters when it comes to the connection to the Force, as he was able to experience it for a long time. Number 1. Darth Vader. There is probably one other person with a stronger connection to the Force, and that person is Anakin Skywalker, or Darth Vader. Even from young age, he was the chosen one, the one who will bring balance to the Force, and one with the greatest potential out of all before him. Throughout his life, he proved to be capable in all things. He could race, he could fight, duel, and use the Force at his will. With becoming Darth Vader, he still remained one of the most feared beings in the galaxy, but this time on the dark side of the Force. He proved his power not only by performing the Force choke in person, but also through a video call. He was also able to defeat a whole rebel battalion with nothing but his connection to the Force and a lightsaber. He is at our number 1 spot on the list, as he was able to endure the devastating Force lightning and kill the Emperor. But he also managed to swing himself back to the light side of the Force, from prophesied Jedi warrior to the most imposing villain, and to a hero yet again. He is the strongest Force user with one of the strongest connections to the Force. On a related note, which other Jedi Masters do you think belong in this list? Let us know in the comments down below. And also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for any new future videos on this channel. Thank you for watching, and we will see you next time.